Aloha, here we are in Aspen, Colorado, and it's the off season. It's the third week of May and things are really slowing down. It's kind of like a ghost town. It's a Sunday afternoon, and as you can see, there's not much happening today. Being in real estate, I went and looked at the local Board of Realtors website here to see if there are any open houses today, and there was only one open house in the entire town, and I happened to miss it. It was a $50 million house directly behind me here up on Red Mountain. And that was only open for a 1 hour window. So things are quite quiet in the town. And the question I've been asking myself, is the real estate market here really slowing down? I looked at their stats in this past month. The median home price was $13.2 million. And that was down over 50% from a year ago. I'm gonna throw some stats up on the screen here. So yeah, a year ago, that median sales price was $29.2 million. So that's over 54% drop in median sales price year over year. And we're also starting to see an increase in inventory. A year ago, there were only 3 new homes that hit the market in April of 2024. And this past month, there were 9. So that was a 200% increase in single family home listings year over year. So the question is Aspen real estate slowing down? Well, you know, a 54% drop in that median home price is pretty significant, but my bet's on Aspen because it always seems to weather the storm. And next we're going to talk about condos a little bit. I'm going to flip the camera around. So in my opinion, what keeps Aspen real estate high, it's once again, it's a huge supply and demand issue. Here we are, we've got Aspen Square right here, which are legal vacation rental condos here in the town. But if you look around, unlike Honolulu, you don't see any high rises when it comes to condo inventory here. And that's what really constrains the supply. I learned from a broker yesterday that the commercial height limit in the town is 42 feet. Now that's like a fraction of what we have in Honolulu. We have 400-foot high rises, say in Kaka'ako and Ala Moana. Some of those big towers are 40 stories. So within the small town of Aspen here, I looked it up and there's like half a dozen condos that are on the market north of $10 million. Meanwhile, on Oahu, we have 10 that are on the market at $10 million or more. And 4 of those are gonna be in Park Lane. And we've talked about this in some previous videos I did in Hawaii, where, you know, say at a building like Park Lane, it's going to be relatively new, say 2017 construction, and you're going to have all kinds of high-end amenities, ocean views, and for the same basic price per square foot, you know, you'd be getting in Honolulu at a newer building like Park Lane, you'll be getting here for like an older building, you know, here in Aspen. But once again, what keeps these prices up is just a limited supply. And once again, it is a little bit of a ghost town here in May. They call them the shoulder seasons here because, yeah, there's, you know, it's going to be booming like a month from now. We have the upcoming food festival, and then later you're going to have the music festival, and later the jazz festival. But right now, this is the off season here in May, and the other shoulder season is going to be in the fall, where things kind of die off as well. So let's continue on the condo topic here. Okay, so the median condo price here in Aspen this past month in April was $6,250,000. That was up 84% from a year ago, which was at $3,390,000. So that's a huge whopping increase. And I think what happens here in Aspen is because there's so little deals, you're gonna see a huge fluctuation, you know, in the price. One thing I like to point out while we're here is right across the street is gonna be the Elks Club. And I always have to say, coming from Honolulu, that the Elks Club has the most prime real estate all across the country. The Elks Club in Honolulu is directly on the ocean, and talk about where this is located. It's like a prime location right in the heart of town here. So back to the condo topic. Yeah, there's huge fluctuations in price, but you know, it's a desirable commodity that people would love to have here in this town because there's just such a limited amount of inventory. The highest condo listing currently is $60 million. So we're gonna take a walk and check that out and see what you get for $60 million. Okay, we crossed the street and we're gonna come down the Hyman Street Mall here. Once again, a month from now, this place is gonna be going gangbusters, but here you have all kinds of high-end retail here in Aspen. And these streams will be flowing here with water shortly going into summer. And then directly across the street to the right, you're gonna have Public House, which is a great restaurant. And that's at the base of the Wheeler Opera House here. And if you want a good cup of coffee, right around the corner here on the left is gonna be Unravel. And I put together a video of the 7 best coffee shops in Aspen, and we've got that there here on the list. So once again, Wheeler Opera House, more of the town. Still got a bit of snow up there. Okay, we're back on track, and here we are again at the Wheeler Opera House. And as I mentioned earlier, the highest price condo for sale right now in Aspen is $60 million, and that's not a typo. It's $60 million, and it's at 314 East Hyman. And that's gonna be across the street here. And what you get for that, it's gonna be 6 bedrooms, 10 bathrooms, over 8,700 square feet of living area. And on top of that, you've got over 2,500 square feet of an outdoor deck area, or as we like to call in Hawaii, a lanai. So that's a huge bonus. And you can imagine with the views up top here, what you're gonna see. You've got Unravel across the street, as I mentioned, and the views of the mountains. So that's basically gonna be the highest price condo available right now in Aspen. Now, staying on the topic of high-end condos, we're gonna continue back to Galena Street, where there's currently a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo, just over 700 square feet, that's listed today for $6.9 million. So that's going to be nearing the borderline of $10,000 a square foot. It's just like just over 9,600 bucks a foot, which is just wild. But that can only be found in places like here in Aspen. So I'm going to take you up to where that building's located. I'm going to head back through the outdoor mall here. Okay, here we are at the Brand Apartments, and it's gonna be number 13. That's priced at $6.9 million, which is quite wild. Like I said, it's nearly $10,000 a square foot. And so the only thing that we could almost to try to rival the price per square foot in Aspen coming from Honolulu is gonna be a building directly on the ocean in Waikiki called Waikiki Shore. And it's the only true oceanfront condominium building in Waikiki. And recently we just saw 2 deals close, number 500 and number 800, at over $5,000 a foot. So that's kind of an anomaly when it comes to Hawaii real estate as far as price per square foot goes. The reason why those condos have gone for so much is because Japanese nationals tend to buy them because they get this tax break, they get this accelerated depreciation when they buy in these older buildings that are legal short-term rentals. So Waikiki Shore, it's gonna be the one product in Honolulu, and there's a really good deal in that building. I did a video on it a little while back. I'll put a link on that so you can check that out. But that's unit number 418 in the building. The ocean view is not gonna be as good, but that one is priced now under $2,500 a square foot at $2.3 million. So here we are, across the street from Kimosabi here in Aspen. It's, you know, an iconic place. If you ever need a good cowboy hat or boots, I recommend checking out Kimosabi across the street. If you come back here several weeks from now, that place is going to be going crazy with lines out the doors. So I hope you enjoyed my tour and walk here in Aspen in the off season. And as I started this off, is Aspen real estate down? Well, I think it's down right now in this little sliver of time, but give it some time and things are gonna start going crazy again. So if you have questions about real estate in Honolulu, Hawaii, or here in Aspen, Colorado, I've got a lot of connections, so feel free to reach out and give me a shout at 808-371-3509. Mahalo.